Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. Hello. Hello, and welcome, all of you, to my channel, to my videos, to this video. I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. Thank you for supporting me, actually. Something kind of weird has been going on. I've been getting a lot of subscribers for me. I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately for me. I think I've got, overnight since I uploaded this video. It says 20 hours ago. So not even a full 24 hours has gone by. And I got like 20 subscribers in that time. That's never happened. That has never happened. And I know, like I always keep saying, on a better channel, on a more like, a channel that's got its shit together, like that is not a big deal. For me, it's a huge deal. So thank you, all of you. I'm back with another video. This is my continuation of my food and art video that cut off at the end. So I'm gonna re-upload. I'm gonna leave this one here, but I'm gonna re-upload the one with the missing, like about 7 minutes. And then I'm going to upload this one that you're listening to or watching right now. Is going to be a part 2 for the food and art discussion, because I have more stuff to say and I want to concentrate on one particular artist. I kept telling you about the Taco Bell still life. I want to talk about that a little more. I think it's an incredibly moving work of art, but I don't know what you guys are going to think. This will be my second and probably last video about food and art, unless I see something new or find something new. I don't know. And then after I'm done with this one, I'll do my Understanding the Shining video, and then after that, I'll do my first installment of like Art History 101, my little survey course, very casual coffee talk kind of survey course, just me running my mouth while we go through some slides, right? I hope you enjoy that. I hope I do it right. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. But let me do my church announcements and get into it. Returning viewers, thank you for returning. New viewers, thank you for being new. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. All 721 of you. I appreciate you all so, so very, very much. It means a lot to me that you decided to click on the subscribe button. You didn't have to, but you did. So thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. If you know anybody who might be interested in whatever it is I do up in here. And that's that. That's that for church announcements. And by the way, I checked up on the Blick thing. Looks like it's legit. I'll have to figure out how to work Instagram to do it. Like, I don't know how to do stories, but I'm going to have to learn if I want my little $25 e-certificate for, like, merch or whatever. I'm actually going to spend it on paint. They're having a big ass paint sale over there. Paint and canvas. So go on over. This particular video is not sponsored, but I'm just talking to you about like my little stuff going on in my internet life with this channel and whatever. Still waiting on the refrigerator. Sad. They said Saturday. Oh boy. Oh Lord Jesus in heaven. Whatever. Anyway, so since I guess this is appropriate for me because like I've been moving like a lot of food lately, threw out a lot of dairy products because again, refrigerator crapped out. But let me get into this video. Let me get into talking about what I'm here to talk about today. All right. And I left off, I wanted to show you a couple more pictures of, not pictures, but articles about, there it is, that's the name of the website, Artsology. Oh, that's cute. And it says famous paintings of meals in history. I guess they did this article in November. It says it's November, and Thanksgiving is coming up soon. So it's time to plan a big Thanksgiving dinner. When Artsology thinks about Thanksgiving in relation to art, one of the first paintings that comes to mind is Freedom from Want by Norman Rockwell, pictured below. This painting was one of 4 that Rockwell made as part of his 4 Freedoms series, which was inspired by a speech by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Scroll down for more. Okay, check it out. This is it on the left, like the full thing, the family, all these heads. No bodies, just heads. I don't know what that means. On the table, and there's, Grandma and Grandpa, and Grandma's got this turkey on this platter. This looks a little funny to me, but whatever. There's some celery. Oh, Lord. Now, this is an old picture, because who the hell just puts some raw-ass celery on the table during a festive family function? What the hell is going on? I see cranberry sauce. It's a tiny little thing of cranberry sauce, but what is it, from a can, or did Grandma make that from scratch? I don't know what's going on. And it looks like we got some fruit. What the hell is fruit doing there? Lord, what in the world? What kind of... Oof. This is not what Thanksgiving looks like with my family. There ain't no celery on the table. There's no fruit. Like, what am I going to do with some grapes and bananas and shit on Thanksgiving? I want stuffing. I want potatoes. I want peas. I want, what's that other stuff that we always have? Well, the turkey. But the turkey is not the star of the show. It's those side dishes. Sauerkraut. My people, we love sauerkraut. Anyway, this turkey that looks a little too perfect, if you ask me. Mine never looks like this when I try to roast one. No, not a. And then there's this tureen with a lid on it. So whatever is in there that's a mystery. Maybe that's where they put the potatoes. I don't know. And they point to this dude in the bottom right corner. He looks suspicious. He's looking right at the camera. Is that Norman? It doesn't matter. But there's a salt and pepper shake. There's not a whole bunch of food on here. Like, where's all the other stuff? They can't just eat turkey and celery. Oh my God. But let me not. I just had to show that to you. Then we already talked about the Last Supper in the part 1 video. And the boating party. In this one, was it Pierre Auguste Renoir, 1880 to 1881. I don't understand none of this. I don't. The Last Supper, I've done a whole video on Leonardo da Vinci and the Last Supper. I haven't, done a video about this, but this looks like a bunch of very privileged people just hanging out with a bunch of wine on the table and whatever. This is, I guess, the late 1900s version of like brunch. Everybody's crazy about brunch now, and everybody wants to go to brunch for some strange reason that I can't understand. I guess this is that for the era, right? Then we got Picasso. Oh Lord, Picasso and his misery paintings. And did they say famous paintings of meals? Okay. He has like one bun and a picture of something, and then there's the other dude too, same thing. So I don't know what's going on with that. Then there's these guys, the construction workers, sitting on this beam, and then there's this over here, these people on the banks of the Marne. Is that it? 1938? 2 French couples having a picnic near the river. You're going to have to forgive me, but I never understood picnics. I really never understood picnics. They make no sense to me. Like packing up a bunch of food and just taking it somewhere outdoors and figuring out how to balance all the stuff while you're eating it. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. But of course, this makes me think of the picnic scene in Twin Peaks with Laura and Donna and Laura's secret boyfriend who becomes later Donna's boyfriend. And that picnic, what the hell was David Lynch doing with that? That makes me wonder. And that's it. That's it for this. I think that's it, other than all these ads for this article. I wanted to show you this one too. This one too. Got some good ones in here. Culinary Arts. This is the Tickets blog. Culinary Arts, the world's top 10 famous food paintings, according to these people, in July of 2021. Okay. We got a Mound of Butter by Antoine Vollon. Okay, cool. Mound of butter with some eggs too. They got eggs and butter. I don't know what's going on. This is from, when is this from? Mound of Butter. Do they tell us when it was made? No. Oh, 19th century. Okay. A gargantuan mound of butter, and this is in the National Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C. All right. And there's a wooden table. Yes, pretty obviously. And there's the buttercloth around the butter. I don't know if you knew this, but when you make cheese, you need cheesecloth, and when you need butter, you're making butter, you need a buttercloth. They're different. They're not the same. The buttercloth is much much tighter weave. So there's that. What is this supposed to symbolize? I'm wondering. The eggs, obviously Christianity. And Anno Domini left a comment in one of the video, the original food video, and he said, I didn't know that all these still life, these food paintings, that they were all based on Christianity. Well, maybe not every single last one of them, Anno Domini, but a bunch. Okay, and that symbolism has carried over into the modern world while we had our while our backs were turned. They they pulled a fast one on us. So when you see eggs, yes, that is Christianity. Hello, Easter, and the Easter bunny and egg, those Easter eggs. Come on. But I don't understand this butter. Is it religious? I'm not sure. I don't know. There's maybe you've heard of this painting, The Potato Eaters by Vincent van Gogh. Okay, they're just eating their little potato dinner, and they're having, I don't know what this is, coffee or tea, but they don't look completely human. They're sitting in a very dark, kind of musty looking house. They seem poor. I think that's the whole point of this thing, is that they are poor. I've seen this painting before. I never understood it. I'm not going to pretend to understand this painting or what Vincent van Gogh was trying to accomplish here. I need to take a better look at Van Gogh's paintings, to be honest with you. My brain is doing what my brain does. It's having thoughts, and I got questions. Let's just put it that way. So I really need to look into Vincent van Gogh soon. Figure with Meat by Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon. Well. This is at the Art Institute in Chicago. What is it? It says definitely not something to look at right before going to sleep. So this, if you could put a horror movie in one single image. So there goes, I guess, a couple of sides of beef and this papal figure in the center, and this room that looks like it looks like you're on the inside of a receding cube, and it's black in there. Oh dear, what are you doing, Francis? Why is it a thing? Oh my God, who wrote that? Never mind. Nominative determinism is the idea that someone's name might end up influencing their career choice or future actions. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. With a last name like Bacon, there was only one way this was going to end. Figure with Meat. Okay, cool. to understand this painting, you first have to go back a bit further into art history, all the way back to 1650, when Diego Velázquez created his portrait of Pope Innocent X. Side by side, you see that the figure in Bacon's famous food painting bears a pretty uncanny resemblance to the religious figure depicted by Velázquez. The main difference is that instead of a dignified holy man, Bacon's version is more of a zombified corpse, gripping his throne, which seems to be constructed out of a dead cow carcass. Some critics consider it to be a modern-day version of a Vanitas painting, using food imagery to represent death and the fleeting nature of existence, while others consider it a critique on religious authority. I need to look into Francis Bacon too, and maybe do a video about him. There's a lot going on in this painting. There's a lot going on that again, my wheels are already spinning in my head. They said, hold on, let me look at the thing. Top 10 top 10 famous food paintings. Okay, so I guess it is food. Yes, these sides of beef are food, or considered food, but I really don't think the focus is on eating here, or like, a pleasant food experience. No, there's something else going on in that painting. Oh, this one. Okay. Still Life with Cheese by Floris Claes van Dijk. Or Dijk. I don't know. Cheese. This pile of cheese over here. Bread, grapes, another bun, apples, pears, these little, like, probably sugared nuts. I see possibly some olives over here, apple that's been cut in half, and half of it is missing. There's the peel. So did they peel something, and did somebody already eat half an apple? There's a pear, there's nutshells, there's but the thing about this, and these urns and whatever with wine and what have you, but the thing about this painting, it's not meant to be appetizing. That's the thing. Okay, this was made in, what, 1615? Cool. And I think it's, Northern Europe. Amsterdam, yeah. A nightmare for the lactose intolerant. Okay, not just the lactose intolerant, but like this food that you're seeing in this painting is not really meant to be appetizing. At least not to me. Like when I look at this spread on this table, there's fruits and olives, and these grapes look like they've gone bad. Okay, and I guess this is a plate of butter back here. Something's wrong. Is this another Vanitas painting, or, like there's wine? So again with the Christianity, the bread and the wine. Definitely Christianity. Grapes too. Apples too. I don't know about the pear. But what in the world is going on? This is a creepy painting. If you walked into a room that was lit the way that the scene in this painting is lit, and you saw this table and you saw this food, all of it, you would be like, you know what? Let me get out of here. Because this looks like nothing good can come of this. It being in this room or in this place. No, this looks like a horror movie buffet. I don't know about you. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know how you feel about that. And here comes Andy with his soup cans. Okay, all the different flavors. So Campbell's soup has been at it for a long time. We got, oh Lord, onion soup, green peas, scotch broth, vegetable soup, split pea, black beans, celery soup, asparagus, beef, tomato with rice, cheese, bean, vegetable, clam, chowder, chicken, noodle, cream of vegetable, turkey noodle, beef broth, chicken gumbo, turkey vegetable, chili beef, vegetable bean, chicken, Lord. There, tomato minestrone, consomme, pepper pot. What else? Chicken, vegetable, beef noodle. Oh my goodness. Is he doing an ad for Campbell's soup, like on the low low? What is going on? It's at the MoMA. Either a cynical cash grab or a brilliant pop art landmark, depending on your viewpoint. Now, this is from, where did they put the date? Of course not. But you know it's the 20th century. You know it's probably the 1960s or something like that. What is going on with these soup cans? Now, from what I've read, Andy Warhol worked in advertising as an illustrator before he became, I guess, a fine artist. So his career in commercial art definitely influenced his later work. But wow, what in the blue? Ugh, what is going on with this? I must figure it out. And all these years, I thought it was just like a generic Campbell's soup can. Oh no, he put all the flavors. So what is Andy saying, or what was Andy saying with these soup cans? It's not as simple as it looks, y'all. A lot of times people think, oh, art is not that difficult to understand. It should, why do people obsess over it? For various reasons. And a lot of times those things, the people who obsess over it, or, they make a spectacle of being informed about art, they're doing it precisely for that reason. It's a fashion statement, and they want to project that they're in the know about stuff like this. But there is, there is also other ways to obsess about art. There's something going on, like I've kind of talked about and or hinted at in my other videos. There's something going on. Andy Warhol did something big with his works of art. He did something. He was a smart dude. He was a good artist. He had something to say. In my opinion, he did have something to say. What it was and the way he said it, that's another story. We're going to have to figure that out in another video. Him and Francis Bacon and Vincent van Gogh. I got shit to do. I really do. Okay, another Van Gogh. Still Life with Apples by Vincent van Gogh. Okay. I mean, there it is. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Still Life with Cherries, Strawberries, and Gooseberries by Louise Moyon. All right. Cool. Okay. This is at the Norton Simon here in California. What is it? Absolutely delectable. Again, the lighting in these still lifes with food is very, very creepy to me. And I think it's meant to be. I don't think that's an accident. There's something about these pictures that fascinates me. These paintings of food, especially from this time in history, like 17th century French still life painting. There's something about these paintings that absolutely fascinates me. Still lifes from, old still lifes featuring food. It's almost like these artists are expressing some kind of existential crisis in the process of rendering these works with, again, the food, still lifes, food, and all this accompanying kind of accessories, and the background, completely more or less black background, and the light, like, where is this light coming from? Please bear in mind, this is made during a time before electricity. Okay, so if they lit this with daylight, how? Okay, I'm just wondering out loud. Another one, Still Life with Ham, Lobster, and Fruit by Jan Davids de Heem. I think I already showed you this one in another one in the prior video. But again, it doesn't make sense. This is not just to show you like some good looking food. I mean, actually, in a lot of these paintings, the food actually doesn't really look good. It looks like it's starting to go bad. Which, again, is it a vanitas or is it something that we haven't really kind of figured out yet? I must work on this. I must know. Oh, this one, Vertumnus, by Giuseppe Archimboldo. All right. I never liked these. They always creep me out. The vegetable person. Oh my God, no. Apples and Oranges by Paul Cézanne. Again, very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what to think. And people reproduce these things, like modern or contemporary artists today do still lifes, and they get inspired by people like Paul Cézanne, and I just wonder why. I wonder why. I don't understand it, but whatever. Again with the cloth, right? This cloth of honor kind of tablecloth situation. The background, I don't know what's going on with this background. There's a picture that has flowers painted on it. We don't know what's in the picture. Is it water? Is it wine? Is it empty? I don't know, but there's that. And that's the end of this one. I got one more for you. Oh, Lord. Before we get to what I really want to talk about in this video. This is Food Art Favorites at the National Gallery. Feast your eyes on some of our favorite food paintings from Renaissance banquets to 20th century toast. There are more than enough culinary delights for you to enjoy online and in person. Okay. Ooh, you could download. Okay. Cool. Anyway, Osias Beert, the Elder, dishes with oysters, fruit, and wine. Okay, so there's the oysters. There's the wine. And where's the fruit? This is not fruit. This is not fruit. Is this fruit? Are these figs or hazel or no, not hazelnuts, the other ones. What are they called? Chestnuts in the background. Okay. Is this the fruit? Like I said, this also has this kind of decaying quality. There's this stuff in this bamboo looking thing over here. It looks like maybe some kind of sweet, like jam or whatever. I don't know. Very weird. Very weird. Again, it's kind of creepy. Basket of Fruits, 1622 is the date of this painting. We got plums. I think 2 different kinds of plums. I don't know what these are over here. I don't know what this is either. These are they're ghostly looking. These look like cherries. I guess we got apples, grapes, and these weird plates sticking out over here. Very odd. I think I might have gone through these already. Did I go through these already? Jesus Christ. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Oh, I think, yeah, I didn't get to this. The bread and butter one. Not on View, James Rosenquist. Pop art. What's going on with this bread and butter one? What do y'all think? 1964, oil on canvas. It looks like Wonder Bread, or some kind of mass-produced white bread that's already sliced, that the United States is famous for at this point. And some funky-looking butter that don't even look like real butter. It looks more like margarine. Or back in the day, they called it oleo. Did you know that, viewers and listeners, that they used to call margarine oleo back in the day? But here it is, right? What's going on? This is also something that makes you think, don't it? Now, let me get to what I really want to talk about in this video. Oh, these ads. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Fast food with a Renaissance flair. This is the artist, article about the artist article. Well, it's not very long. Is it very long? Okay, I'll read the whole thing. These ads are kind of gross on these news websites, but whatever. So I'm not going to show you these because I have another website where I'm going to show you the actual pictures. Fast food with Renaissance flair. Okay. This is from 2016, so this artist has been at it for a while. And I'll just read you the article. In this brave, forever new world of social media, the minutiae of daily life can be documented for public consumption with the tap of a finger. For many, that includes pictures of what they're consuming on a daily basis, from their morning latte to their evening glass of wine and every cronut in between. That's true. People do take pictures of their food and post it on Instagram. I still don't understand why, but that's just me. That's just me. Immortalizing food imagery is certainly not a new phenomenon, though the mediums in which to do so have come a long way from canvases to smartphones. During the Renaissance era, food often appeared in popular works of art by way of still life paintings, and painter Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio is often heralded for elevating the seemingly simplistic genre with dramatic lighting, angles, and imperfections. Photographer Rebecca Rutten was inspired by, quote, the eroticism, presentation, and charisma, end quote, of these paintings by Caravaggio, and artists like Luis Melendez, Diego Velázquez, and Peter Claes. So she decided to approach a distinctly modern phenomenon, fast food, in the Renaissance era style. Okay. This is a quote from the artist. Fast food is created to attract, but everybody knows the food they order will, in the end, never look like the food in the advertisement's photo, end quote, Rutten said. In her series, Contemporary Pieces, she theatrically lights meals of Taco Bell, KFC, McDonald's, Panda Express, and donuts, while models pose with hot dogs, marshmallows, ice cream, and pizza. Rutten sees fast food as a symbol of class divide. Much like Caravaggio unconventionally relied on lower classes of Roma people, I guess that means gypsies, laborers, and even prostitutes to pose for many of his works. The artist says, to eat healthy is expensive. However, one can buy large amounts of food at a fast food restaurant for a comparatively low price. Rutten said she was inspired by Caravaggio's atypical models and asked her punk and hippie friends with visible tattoos and piercings to take part. The artist says it underlines the concept that they are children of the modern age, having been brought up in the changing America, often defined by the culture of fast food, Rutten said. And in an interesting twist of fate, this is the interesting part of the article, y'all, Rutten said, most of her subjects avoid the exact type of food they were photographed with. She said, to them, the food becomes a non-edible object and loses its value as being considered food, she said. Okay. All right. This is what made me kind of mad. Now, I'll show you the pictures, I'll show you the pictures. This is from Ignant. Interesting name for a website. Ignant. Alrighty. And I'll show you better pictures of this. Contemporary Pieces by Rebecca Rutten. German photographer Rebecca Rutten raises questions about our modern fast food culture with her series Contemporary Pieces. She states, eroticism? What the hell? Let me just go ahead and show you. Yeah. I'll show you the pictures. There's people, like, I guess that's very obviously Domino's Pizza, and this person is supposed to be mimicking, like, Socrates. There's some lady with the marshmallows. There's the Taco Bell that I've already shown you. This is the Panda spread, which okay. McDonald's. All right. And I'll do each of these individually. KFC. And she's just focusing on the chicken with this one. Hold on. Chicken, and then like a wine bottle with the Day of the Dead kind of skull on the label. Okay. Some lady with what looks like ice cream. This guy with a Subway sandwich. Okay. this guy with a hot dog, and then the donuts. Okay. Now, what I just said, how the hell is this erotic? No, I don't see it. I really don't. Eroticism, presentation, and charisma of paintings from the Renaissance period. In the late Renaissance, painters dealt with the middle and lower classes. Whew. That's one. I mean, that's just one. Let me try and highlight this for you. This is the artist talking. In the late Renaissance, painters dealt with the middle and lower classes. Does she mean as models for the paintings? Or does she mean as their customers? Because I don't think that the painters who are household names had any middle class or lower class customers. No. No, I don't think so. But if she means the models for the paintings, okay, she might be right about that. Especially somebody like a Caravaggio or a Rembrandt. Like, yeah. In my opinion, she goes on, fast food culture represents, and fast food culture, all three of those words have been capitalized. Interesting. Represents these two social classes in the United States today. To eat healthy is expensive. However, one can buy large amounts of food at a fast food restaurant for a comparatively low price. It's significant that many of my subjects try to avoid fast food. In their eyes, fast food in the U.S. is comprised of genetically modified items that are designed only for mass consumption. To them, the food becomes a non-edible object and loses its value as being considered food. Okay. I'm having issues with this. I'm reacting to this. Am I reacting emotionally? Or what's going on? I don't know. She says fast food represents these two social classes in the United States today. First of all, this is a German artist. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it because that's what I do. Let me just put it this way. I would never, ever, personally, I would never, ever try to make any kind of commentary or whatever regarding, for example, German culture or German people and the way they live and their habits and their anything. You know why? Because I'm not German. Because I've never been to Germany. Because I've never lived in Germany. Because I can't speak German. Because I don't know anything about German culture. I like to think that I wouldn't have that kind of audacity. You know? That's one thing. That's one thing. That's one issue. So this German lady, that I don't know whether or not she's living and working and doing her art in Germany or in the United States. That's not clear, and I'm not about to go look it up. But if she's living in the United States and this is her reaction to seeing what she sees in the United States, that's one thing. But I don't think that's what's going on. Seems to me like this is just a negative commentary on American culture, or American consumerist culture. And the assumptions here are kind of there's a lot of them. First of all, she said, where does the thing say? In my opinion, fast food culture represents these two social classes in the United States today. What social classes? The middle and lower classes. So middle and lower class Americans are the ones who eat something, like what's pictured in this Taco Bell image. And this, nothing wrong with being not American. No, but this German person assumes that wealthy American people don't eat fast food. Okay. How do they know that? Unless they are a part of that class or consider themselves a part of that higher class, upper class, wealthy people. In my experience, the wealthy people that I've met, they go and they eat fast food. Maybe it's not an everyday thing, but it's definitely not off limits. Starbucks, yep. McDonald's, yep. Um, oh, KFC. The dude that just got arrested today, Donald Trump, he makes a point of letting you know that he eats at McDonald's and KFC and all of these places. Number 45. It, and he's not the only president who's done that. Oh no. I mean, Bill Clinton did that before him. He might have even stolen that from Bill Clinton. Whether or not Donald Trump actually eats fast food on a daily basis, according to the articles I've read, he eats it pretty regularly. He loves his Big Macs and eats 2 of them at a time. Like, he's a big man, so like, yeah, that makes sense. But he didn't start with this like populist kind of thing, the populist kind of shtick of eating McDonald's and drinking Diet Coke. No, that was Bill Clinton back in the 90s. Okay, if you want to, yeah, you can check if you don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. I actually want you to go look it up, right, and read about it. But yeah, that's not the first time a president has tried to appeal to the American people by claiming to be a regular consumer of fast food. Now, what the hell does that mean? I'm not going to go into it, at least not here in this video, but it's a thing. Okay, fast food is not, again, this, I'm zeroing in on this line. In my opinion, fast food culture, capital F, and capital C, fast food culture, represents these 2 social classes. What the hell is fast food culture? Now, the issue I have, and she says the models that she chose for this, her quote-unquote punk and hippie friends, that she's using as an equivalent of, the gypsies and the prostitutes that Caravaggio used. She's basically saying that her friends are gypsies and prostitutes, just modern day gypsies and prostitutes. Like, ooh, Lord, if I was her friend, I'd be like, what'd you call me? Ooh, this I don't know. This lady thinks she's being slick at the mouth, but she ain't. And again, fast food and people. I'm not saying it's extremely healthy. No, no, absolutely not. But plenty of wealthy people in the United States do eat it, and it's like it's not an issue. People with plenty of money go and they have Taco Bell or McDonald's or Panda. Who the hell doesn't go to Panda? Or Starbucks. I go about once a week to Starbucks. Just the other day I went to Panda. I'm not wealthy, by the way, but I know some extremely wealthy people who have no problem going out to get tacos at Taco Bell. And when I say extremely wealthy, like, I mean extremely wealthy. I mean the kind of wealth that most of us can't even fathom. Now, I won't say who and what, but Lord, help me, Lord. Like, what am I supposed to make of this? Now, I still like these paintings. Now, this artist has done something pretty interesting visually. They've put fast food in a position like we see in these in these paintings that I've showed you before, like this one, or this one, or this one, right? Is there any more? Like, for example, this one with the oysters and everything. Let me find another one. Golly. This one with the lobster and the ham and the what have you. So let me zero in on a couple of good ones. So these are her um, hippie and punk friends who are probably, let me reserve judgment, but let me just zero in on these gorgeous images of just the food itself. I want to concentrate on the food. Okay, the KFC one is so disappointing. Oh, so disappointing. And we can take a look at the donuts too. Um, I'm having an issue with this. I'm having an issue with this. What is up? And I think I'm gonna need you guys' help. So I want lots and lots of comments about this. Everybody alive, at least, you know, in your immediate world that surrounds you in the United States. I'm not going to talk about any other country but the United States. And I've said that several times in my videos. I'm not going to talk about the education system in other parts of the world because I don't know it. All I know is this one here. I'm a product of this one here in the United States. I don't know what people do in Germany. I don't know what people do in uh, what's another place? Like, you know, uh, I know one of my viewers and listeners is from Portugal. I don't know what Portuguese culture is really like. You know, like I know it's different from American culture, but that doesn't mean we can't learn from each other and have conversations. But I would never ever dare say that I know what anything Portuguese is like because I've never been there and I can't speak the language and I just don't understand the culture, right? Human beings are human beings everywhere on planet Earth, but this is the one. This is the is this being presented as sinful? Is that what's going on? Let me enlarge these for you, so you can get a good look at all this crispy fried goodness. Um, this is Panda. The Panda one is kind of disappointing too. Like I don't know what the hell is going on. Um, what is going on here? I really don't know, but I'm trying to like work through this mentally, and I really wanted to show you the stuff. And here goes the de rigueur American box of donuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where's number 12? Somebody ate one. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do you all see a 12? Is this like maybe a fritter peeking out back here? I don't know. So, you know, I don't know if they do it this way everywhere on planet Earth, but here, when you get a box of donuts like this, there's usually 12 in there. Okay? In the United States, you get donuts for your friends in the morning, or maybe for work or whatever. You're going to get 12 donuts in a box, okay? And I love donuts. I used to love donuts, but I can't eat them anymore. And not because I'm a food snob, no, but donuts just used to be better. Fast food actually used to be freaking delicious. Now, I just don't know what to think. Now, speaking of donuts, that I can't eat because I don't have any. I'm going to go take a little coffee break and I'll be right back. Y'all like ruminate over this. We're going to talk about these images themselves. Never mind the kind of paradoxical, self-contradictory statements made by the artist. Forget that. Okay? We're not going to beat the artist too much beat up the artist too much about that. I'm not going to, because I don't know if they know what they're saying. So I can't maybe hold them accountable to that if they don't know what they're saying. But we're just going to enjoy looking at this food. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm back and I had my little coffee. And here we are talking about this food again. And I'm just fascinated by this. I can't understand why. I can't tell you why. My initial video, Food and Art, I wanted to tell you, you know, how throughout the ages, depictions of food have had a religious quality. Again, Anno, you very, very astutely commented. You said, I didn't know it was so religious. Yes, it is. It was. It was in the ancient world. It was during the Middle Ages, Renaissance, Baroque, all the way up to now, the current day. It is, or it has been, a religious thing. And again, like I said, these religious symbols that the different foods are apples, grapes, bread, eggs, wine, oil, what else? Fish, and whatever, represents something to do with religion, usually in the Western world, to do with Christianity. And something to do with Christ, or if not Christ, some kind of saint, or some kind of biblical story, or whatever, right? And what we're not, maybe we never concentrate on, or we don't concentrate on enough, is that religion and those religious symbols of the food. Let me find one. There it is. There's wine. There's these shells. What the hell is that? Are they, and oysters, of course, with their pearls and everything. There's that. Is this a mixture of Christian and pagan symbolism? Same thing here. What's going on? How many of these fruits and the ham, the lobster, the wine, am I seeing grape? Well, there's grapes, yes. The bread, like, how much of this is a mixture of both Christian and pagan? And how do we know, by the way? Like when we look at a painting like this, or a painting like this, or even a painting like this this celery. What's going on with the celery? I'm really just obsessed with this celery. Like, how dare they? I know they still do that in like swanky steakhouses. Like there's just that thing with the celery just sticking up like a vase of flowers, but how dare they? But like I was saying, with paintings like this, or do we have anything? Well, this thing, oh my God, or even Cézanne, the apples and oranges, or the oranges. I think the oranges represent the goddess Pomona, if I'm not mistaken. Is this a mixture of Christian and pagan? And if it is, like, why? Why? But yeah, food pictures usually in the past have had serious religious symbolism or serious religious themes, right? And when we see food pictures in the present, okay, like the ones done by this artist, we don't think of religious things, even though she's kind of putting them there. And is she even aware that that's what she's doing? Or these symbols have carried over into the modern world? Do they mean the same thing that they meant, 5 years ago? Not 5 years ago, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, however long ago. Can we put new meanings onto those old symbols? Like I said, there are encyclopedias of religious symbolism, many of them having to do with food. Okay, and where you can look up any given object, item, thing that you can see or find in an older painting, and find the meaning of that object, item, thing as a symbol. What does it mean with regard to the religion? Usually Christianity, or just the Bible in general, Old and New Testament. Is it referring to this, that, or the other story from the Bible, or this, that, or the other character, figure from the Bible? Jesus, Mary, some saint, some Old Testament figure. Like, what's going on? That's what those encyclopedias were for. So you could read the image Just like when you read a text, a novel, whatever. And like I said, if you're going to read like Nabokov, you better have a dictionary close, because there's plenty of words that you've never seen before in your life that you're going to need some help. I know I do. Okay, same thing with these symbolism encyclopedias. Flowers, all kinds of stuff, right? Now, in the modern world, when an artist undertakes something like this, this artist growing up in this modern world where we pretend that religion no longer has any influence over us or over our environment. You might not be a religious person, but your environment was created by it, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. The very building that you live in has design elements that were carried over from ancient Greece, for example. Same thing with the art that is produced in the contemporary world. That art, and a lot of artists just reproduce, items in their works. And do they understand what they're doing? Did they research that thoroughly? Or are they just doing it because it looks like something from the past, and they're maybe trying to criticize something from the past, but they're not educated enough to do it correctly? That's what I'm saying. Now, like I said, these images from the past, these paintings, yeah, that damn celery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm just counting the number of people at this table, and including the person whose perspective we're looking at it from, it would be 12. Is the turkey Jesus? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay, never mind. Never mind me. But like I said, all of this symbolism and food symbolism in old art has to do with a religion, usually in the context of Christianity. And that equates something, that parallels something. I don't know if you all realized, but like food is a moral issue. Food, eating, is a moral issue. And it has been for a long time. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Let's look at another picture. Here goes McDonald's. Nothing has changed. Food continues to be a moral issue. And these photographs that this artist has done that criticize American consumerist culture, I would go ahead and argue, I don't have all the information I need. Maybe my argument is ignorant, but it's criticizing American consumerist culture in an uninformed, I'll even go ahead and say an ignorant way, because how can you really criticize something that you don't know? If you're a German and you're not part of whatever it is that we got going on here in the United States, how can you know it? How can you understand it? Just like I can't understand whatever's going on in Germany culturally. But food is a moral issue, and depictions of food are, therefore, ultimately become like a morality tale. So these are moral pictures. These are religious pictures. They're trying to mock, or this is maybe a parody of something like this, or something like this. But like everybody likes to say, at the end of the day, in the process of trying to parody something, it's actually become that thing that it's parodying. Does that shit make any sense? Sometimes I say things and I wonder whether what was I thinking? What am I trying to say? I think I said that right. Yeah, the parody becomes the thing that it's trying to parody, and it becomes a thing that it's trying to mock or diminish or whatever, or criticize, and it doesn't even know that that's happening. The parody, or the person creating the parody, doesn't realize that when two things are similar visually, this is how I feel. When two things are similar visually, then they've probably got a lot more similarities than just the way they look. That's how I feel. I could be wrong. So this becomes a moral issue. Food is a moral issue. It is a moral issue. There are plenty of people on planet Earth who simply don't have access to it, or very good access to it. That's definitely a moral issue. But I'm not talking about that kind of morality. I'm talking about the concept of purity. Okay, and while I talk, I'll just keep flipping through these slides. The concept of, like, you must be clean. You must be right and pure and whatever. And this also comes to us from religion. Where's that Last Supper painting? There it is. Oh Lord. Okay. I still can't see the eels. Can you? I can see these little buns. I assume they're bread, but whatever. Here's my panda, with the fortune cookies and all, and some chopsticks. Oh Lord. Food is a moral issue. These are essentially moralizing works of art. These fast food pictures. Are they trying to be? Yes, they are. But they don't understand the pictures. The pictures. I'm personifying the pictures. The creator of the pictures doesn't maybe understand that they might as well be trying to do this. They might as well be trying to do this. And it's a criticism of American consumerist culture. This is not easy to say. That's why I'm having trouble with my words right now. There's the donuts, right? These are religious too, y'all. They're essentially bread. They're essentially bread, okay? Which means Jesus. All right. Or, might not mean Jesus, might mean like something Egyptian, like I talked about in my little essay that I wrote on my blog about the letter X and how we can take it all the way back through Greece and then Hebrew and then finally back to Egypt, where the X mark or the X hieroglyph had to do with loaves and cakes, also known as bread. So that X has symbolized bread for a long time. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Okay. So food is a moral issue, and for somebody like this, for somebody who is criticizing American consumerist culture, it's not a moral issue because there's a lot of people on planet Earth who don't have it. It's a moral issue because of, my body is a temple kind of thing, which I'm not knocking. No, eat good food, eat healthy food. I'm trying to do that now too for my health. But I'm sure as hell not going to criticize somebody who goes to Taco Bell. Okay? Especially since I know that millionaires do eat this food. Maybe not every day, I don't know, but they have no problem going to a fast food place or drinking soda or, stuff like that. Come on now. It's hard to understand. It's hard to articulate what it is about morality that always seems to take a wrong turn. Always seems to take a wrong turn, whether it's in a religious context, or in a context that's trying to parody and mock the very thing that it becomes. These chicken, oh my God, the chicken, boneless, oh dear, boneless, and again, Day of the Dead, are they? And then there's a pelt here, there's some fur. I don't see no mashed potatoes. Where's the mashed potatoes? This is KFC. We need mashed potatoes. We need coleslaw. We need those biscuits. Oh, what else? They got macaroni cheese. I think they have that too. I haven't been to KFC in a long time. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't eat fast food very often. I had Panda the other day. Before that, it's been months since I had any kind of fast food or even restaurant food before I had my Panda meal the other day. But, trust and believe, I know bougie food. I've been eating pretty well my whole life. Lots and lots of vegetables. Um, lots of squid, lots of octopus, lots of greens. Yes, trust and believe. I've eaten the best of the best for most of my life. But I still see nothing wrong with junk food or fast food or whatever. The overconsumption of that, yeah, that's a health issue. If you eat fast food or junk food every single day, probably not a good idea. But that's not what we're talking about here, is it? Or is it? What about food, health, morality? All kind of goes together. There's this idea of hygiene that people like this artist, punk and hippie friends, with visible tattoos and piercings. What is it about the children of the modern age? What and they don't recognize food like this as actual food. They think of it as garbage. Yet they must be aware that there are plenty of people who consume this on a daily basis, and if they think of it as cheap or as garbage, then, the people who consume it on a daily basis are probably pretty poor, or, they can't afford fresh vegetables or fresh meat, chicken, fish, eggs, cheese, dairy products, fruit, whatever, stuff that's supposed to be good for you. Uh, what are they saying about the people who don't make the same food choices as them? What are they saying? They may not be saying it out loud, but they might as well be saying that the people who don't eat like them are trash. I have a problem with that. Me personally, I have a problem with that. I don't judge people based on what they eat. I don't. I judge them based on their behavior, what they do, how they treat other people. I have no problem with somebody who eats Taco Bell. I would love to have some Taco Bell. I can't though. Too many carbs. Um, I'm trying to get my health on track. I would love to go to McDonald's and have a Big Mac or a Royale with cheese or some of these French fries and chicken nuggets. I would love to. Can't do it though. Too many carbs. Um, what else? Fried KFC. Again, not bad. A little too salty for my taste. Panda. Had Panda the other day. I did not have any noodles or rice, so it was kind of low carb. It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. But is this a moral issue? You guys, is this a moral issue? I don't know. I wish I could have definitive answer to that question. I wish I could say whether or not eating orange chicken and chow mein and egg rolls at Panda Express is a moral issue. I don't know. And a moral issue always has to do with whether or not you're going to get into heaven. That's what that's I mean, maybe I'm being a little, trying to be cute, but that's why people are so serious about their morality, because they want to go to the good place and not the bad one. And even if they happen to be atheists, it's still that kind of binary thinking that is programmed into us, and we are either unaware of it or we are aware of it, but we can't do much about it at this point. Um, I'll have more to say, like when I've thought about it a little more. Um, you know, oh, there's some sweet and sour sauce. Well, how do you do? Okay. Um, And there go some napkins. Ay, ay, ay. And there goes some donuts. I wish, and that uh obligatory like pink box, the bakery box. You guys, I still love these pictures, but I don't maybe necessarily love the ideas that went into making them. Does that make sense? Is that possible? Is that me um trying to pull a fast one on myself? I don't know. I really don't know. You guys help me out. So this is it. I think I've said everything I have to say in this video, and I really would like to hear your comments about this. If food is a moral issue, I think it is. It's a moral issue. Then why and how? I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts. How do you feel about it? What is your take on this? Uh, the potential implications of this, everything. There's a lot to think about. I know that. Asking for your opinion about this. I've essentially assigned you homework. But your comments on this is essentially, I want to know, like, you need to write me an essay, double space, size 12 font, 1-inch margins. Oh God. But I do want to know what you have to think. And I'm going to use this as my thumbnail. Let's hope everything goes well. I'm going to re-upload the other one just for those of you who maybe want to see the last 7 minutes where I sign or see or listen to the last 7 minutes where I sign off. I don't know what to think. I mean, I do have my own kind of leanings with regard to this stuff, but at the same time, I know that I'm also largely ignorant about some stuff. So help me, educate me, please. So that's it. I'll stop talking now. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Returning viewers, hello. Returning viewers, thank you for returning. New viewers, thank you for being new. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Each and every last one of you who are watching, subscribing, whatever, I appreciate you so much. Next time, what I say I'm going to do next? Oh, yes, after this, gotta get to work on my slide presentation for Understanding the Shining Part 18. I probably won't be coming back with that tomorrow, but probably the day after tomorrow. Maybe after my refrigerator gets here, I'll be able to calm down a little bit and like really give those shining slides what for. We shall see. So that's it for right now, y'all. So until the next time, until I find yet another reason to talk at you, I'm gonna go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So bye-bye, everybody.